you did, but you know that's gonna be like a nigga in the hood that just a straight grimy nigga that don't do. He probably never even seen the Israelites, you know, because there will be people that just never hear about the Israelites, and the Lord just wanted them to die, but they're not gonna get it as bad as
they just was the first fruit.
Yeah, they're not gonna be exactly. They're not gonna be as bad as some of these guys in these camps out here, like you know these other camps, GOCC and all that.
Probably get hit by a bullet in the race war or something.
Yeah,
you know,
and survive. Just die slowly.
Yeah, you know.
A wild animal comes and eats you while you're bleeding out.
But that nuclear fire, that's what you don't want. You know what I'm saying?
That's gonna be the worst death.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, you're gonna feel that.
That and hunger.
Yeah, exactly.
It says, verse 48, but he that knew not and did commit things worthy of stripes shall be beaten with few stripes, for unto whomsoever much is given, of him shall be much required.
There you go. So the more you get, the more is required from you. The less you get, the less is required. If you don't have nothing at all, then you ain't nothing is required from you because you don't know shit. But you still gonna get whooped.
Hey, and that's the Lord, man. Lord just deal with basic adding and subtraction. Math, just straight truth. You know? It ain't, you know, people like getting things, make things all complicated, man. You know, hey, the Lord speaks plainly to us. You know? As I said, it's plain to us, you know? It says, and to whom men have committed much of him, they will ask the more. That's all.
Yeah, so
you expect it.
That's why, you know, the higher you are in position, so to say, because rank is for order's sake, but the higher you are, the more it's required from you. Like the Lord, so to say, requiring more from the apostles than he would from a brother that's been in the truth for a year. You know, you're not expected to be on the level where you're producing as much work, you know, than somebody that's been doing it for 30 years. You know,
and that's why the apostles are so beautiful, man, because I remember Elder Tahar, he said, if anybody should be slowing down, it's me. And he started chuckling on his video because he like, no, hey, I'm required to do much more. But he just saying, based off of me being here the longest and me being tired, like shit, if anybody should be slowing down, that's what he said. But he's like, no, he's fervent. You know what I'm saying? He's one of the most fervent brothers in Israel, man. Videos after videos after videos, man. Because what? Much more is required.
Kind of like the simplicity, you know. Growing up, you gotta grow up with a lot of siblings and cousins or whatever, whatnot. You know, you left at home. Yeah, but when you let the eldest of the siblings, you get left at home with the rest of your siblings and your cousins or whatever, whatnot, you know. And two little ones get into a fight or something like that, and then parents come home, see they crying. They're the one that hit the other one or whatever, did whatever, you know, they're gonna get in trouble. But the eldest that was there, and watch them do everything else. You watch them color on the walls. You know better than watching them. You know I don't let them play on this or whatever, whatnot. So they get so much more in trouble, even though the little one get in trouble as well too. You know, I got a little 3-year-old nephew. If he hit his 11-year-old sister, he gonna get popped for doing something wrong. But if his 11-year-old sister hit him, she gonna get it way worse. It's the same action, but she know better. She 11. You know. Same with the men of the Lord that's innocent truth versus, you know, somebody who didn't. You know, one of their brothers.
And I can say real quick, it's not necessarily about age, it's about your understanding, you know, because you can be 35 years old and still be as a little kid, you know, in your mind. You know?
And then experience comes, like Saraka tells you that experience comes from somebody that traveled much, you know. And now, I mean, you don't have to literally travel everywhere, but, you know, just being around brothers, traveling with the brothers, you know, going to brothers, hit up the brothers, you know. That's where the experience is going to come. Because all your experience from the world, you know, that doesn't equate to getting salvation, you know. But what, you know, we're reading about, doing the work for the Lord, you know, because that's ultimately what's going to, you know, move you up the list, so to say, to receive salvation.
This is 1 Peter chapter 1 and verse 10. Wherefore the rather, brethren, give diligence to make your calling and election sure. If you do these things, you shall never fail. So basically, you know, the scriptures are going into it. God, hey, like say, wherefore give diligence to make your calling and your election sure, man. You don't want to go back and have to say, oh, I could have done more, I could have done this, or I could have done that, man. You should be able to say, hey, look, I tried my hardest. You know, there's always going to be things you can do more, but you want to make your calling and your election sure, man. There's some, you know, not to say we're bragging or boasting about these things or anything like that, but you know, somebody was like, the Lord was like, yo, while all these calamities and these collapses was going on, my men of the Lord, they still was out there having to endure the things y'all was going through, but they was still out there preaching the word, man. When everybody else was inside with COVID-19, my service was still out there. They wasn't afraid of that, man. So do what you got to do to make your call to your election sure, man. And you can say you did all that you could do to stand in those days, man. All right?
Because, like Brother said, you know, while people got spooked, you know, stopped coming out. We were still out there. Nobody out there. It was just us. Yeah, the Jehovah's Witness, they would be out there every week, a couple feet away from us. Motherfuckers disappeared after COVID-19. First week, probably still ain't out. We've been out here consistently, you know, because what? We're making our call in election sure by what? By doing this work, you know. How do you win a basketball game? By fucking scoring, doing the work, you know. You ain't gonna win by just chilling, you know, sitting there watching the other team dunking on you and shit, you know. Go ahead.
This is 1 Peter chapter 1, verse 10. Wherefore the brethren, give diligence to make your calling and election sure.
See, so what are people in church doing to make their calling and election sure? Clapping their hands and stomping their feet? You know, that ain't gonna get you saved. Doing the work is what's gonna make your calling and election sure. The scriptures say, many are called, few are chosen. You need to make sure, like what I said, you do the best, the most you can, according to your lot, to you know, to try to guarantee your spot on the chariot, man. Okay? Because ultimately, that's what the Lord's looking for. He's looking for a faith. And like again, because some are going to come in at the 11th hour that don't do as much work as the apostles and even some of us brothers have done. But they still going to receive the salvation because what? They made their call and election sure. They did everything according to their lot that they needed to do to receive salvation. You know? This isn't a spectator sport. You know? You got to get physical. You got to get active in it. Right? Do something. You know, whatever it may be. You know, like we said earlier, everybody ain't a prophet, everybody ain't a teacher. You know, everybody's not a good speaker. Maybe your lot is just to stand there and hold a sign. But yeah, you do your videos, you coming out, you know, you help brothers out, you know, whatever the case may be. We ain't all gonna be the same. This isn't the attack of the clones, you know, not clones, you know.
This is Hebrews chapter 6 and verse 10. For the Most High is not unrighteous to forget your work and labor of love.
That's right. So the Lord, again, going back to that the example of how the Lord will refer to this as laborers, you know, a labor in the field. Look, you don't do a job and then just to do it. You expect to be rewarded. So the Lord is not unrighteous, all right, to just scam you. The Lord's not a scam artist, you know. Go ahead, read that.
This is Hebrews 6 and 10. For the Most High is not unrighteous to forget your work and labor of love.
The labor of love. What's the labor of love? Teaching this word. If you love me, feed my sheep. That's doing the work, you know, teaching, studying. Because you got to study first before you can teach. You know, you got to know what you're teaching. And you got to practice what you preach as well. You know, that's part of the work. Actually applying the scriptures. There's a difference between knowing the scripture and applying the scriptures. You know, that's part of the work. Okay? The work don't stop when the camera turns off. You know, this is a 24/7 thing. Every day, all day, you know, you should be meditating. You know, whatever situation you find yourself in, scripture should pop in mind. Right, this is how I handle that situation. This is what I do here. This is what I do there. You know, what would Yahushua do in this situation, or what would the disciples do in this situation? You know, and that's how you're making your call and election sure, because you're not just talking it. You know, don't talk the talk, walk the walk, man. You can talk the talk, and you better be able to walk the walk, man. Back up what you're saying. With what? The Lord said, let us love in truth and in deed, you know, not with words and lip service. The Lord wants to see some action, all right? That's why He got a whole book called Book of Acts, because there was actions being done. They were doing things, you know? And for, you know, like you just broke down, like, you ever hear us say that we've been in the Lord? We don't ever say that in a so-called proud way. If anything, we like, the hopeful elect. You know?
Yeah, we say that, but we say it humbly. Yeah, exactly. But in all actuality, most people can see that we're doing the jobs of the men of the Lord. So we don't really have to tell you that, you know.
Yeah, if like a fish is a fish,
right?
You know, if it quacks like a duck, you know, wobbles like a duck, it must be a duck. So if we doing what the prophets do or have done in the past, and we're doing the work of the Lord, you know, then, you know, odds are that we the men of the Lord.
You'll be able to see it through the actions, exactly. Not just through the lip service. Exactly. People saying, oh, we this and we that, but hey, man, who's been telling you about all these things, these prophecies? They all come into pass, man.
And like the brother said, you know, they should see it in your actions. Like because when people come up here, when they see the garments on, we read Bibles, they'll think we're the worst people on the planet. But then when we're out and about, like let's say we go to a restaurant together, people are like, oh man, you guys are so nice, and you know they'll treat us good because of the way we condone ourselves, man.
Yeah, they like, man.
People like, man, there's something different about you, you know, because what the way we conduct ourselves in the world, man. We move with wisdom. You know, the scriptures talk about be wise as a serpent, harmless as a dove. You gotta again applying the scriptures in your daily walk will make your life a lot easier, man. And things will run smoother. Obviously, you're gonna catch hell. But when you applying the scriptures, you know, it's gonna make things run smoother. From how you deal with the brethren, to how you deal with your woman and your kids, and deal with anybody, really. You know, scriptures say if it all be possible, be at peace with all men. So you don't go around talking shit to Esau. They fucking dead devils.
We used to do that.
Oh yeah, exactly.
When we first came in,
yeah, fucking devils, man, you go to slavery. Yeah, not even that cat. Just Jacob be saying that. But you know, now I'll smile at Esau, grab the door, hold it for him. Yeah. Good day. You know, I'm doing this facetiously, but you know, I'm being at peace with him. You know, I can slam the door in his face.
Hey, in return though, hey, the scripture say he'll make thy enemies be at peace with you, right? So hey, like through a lot of these different things, I work for damn near all Edomites, man. They be coming out the woodwork right now with all kind of shit, man. Corona lockdown and shit. I ain't go grocery shopping. They bought all that shit, man. You know, because of what? Just your normal conduct at work, man. Y'all know me, I don't really like Edomites, man. But in my everyday life, when the camera's off, not around the brothers, I don't be cussing these Edomites out like that, man.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm just here to do a job,
that would be unwise, man. You're gonna end up getting fired. Now what? What you gonna do?
Say blameless.
Yeah, exactly. In the sight of.
Yep. So when they actually put us on their TV screens, they be like, "Oh my God, that guy,
not him.
That guy hates white people. That guy's
super nice.
That guy's a racist. Yeah. I could never tell who's the nicest guy. Yeah, that's how it's supposed to be. So polite. He was polite to everybody.
Yeah. He hold doors for people. You know, like brothers, a lot of brothers do Uber and shit. Man, brothers be having the best ratings, man.
Yep.
Cleanest cars and the best ratings.
Yep.
Like, damn, this guy was a domestic terrorist.
Yeah. Hey, sometimes you gotta pick up homos and shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, oh, Lord, you like,
you need to get the fuck out.
You know? But then you pick them up. Hey, how you doing? Yeah, as soon as you get out of the car, you talking shit like this mother. Yeah. You know what I mean? But hey, man, we act accordingly, man. We have good conduct.
Because again, going back to that scripture, we're trying to make our con election sure. The Lord ain't looking for a grimy nigga that knows the truth.
Right.
You know, you know the truth, you out there teaching, but then you a fucking niggard.
Being wise serpents.
Yeah.
We're looking for wise men.
Exactly. You know how to move in this place, man. Like, again, the brothers always like to use that example of the Matrix. Neo wasn't in that bitch popping off at everybody. You fucking idiot, man. This is the Matrix. Hey, just doing this, going on. Yeah, get out of there.
He did what he had to do and he hopped out.
And now that's liking on us, making our con election sure. Make sure you don't get caught up by the agents, you know. Don't let the people know who you are, you know, King Clark, so to say. All right? Yeah, we got the Superman gear right now, but once we out of here, you know, we Clark Kent. We're just an everyday person, you know.
Let's finish this off real quick.
Because there's gonna come a time and point where it's gonna be known who we are, because they're gonna see you on the news, you know. Right now, just do the word and be peace, you know, be at peace with all men. If nigga come and smack you and then spit in your mother's face, you know, you be a man, but you know, you try to avoid situations like that, man. And then using wisdom, you shouldn't have been in a situation like that anyway. Why this nigga punch you and spit in your mom's face? First of all,
it does happen.
Yeah, exactly.
They say a king will like actually talk.
Yeah.
Talk before he goes to
war.
war.
Answer or turn away wrath.
Exactly. You know, he'll try to come up with a negotiation before he. That's a true king. He'll come with negotiations before he go to war.
The easiest war is the war not fought.
Exactly. You know, here it is. You declaring war on, like, America is unwise. You declaring war on everybody. It's like, bro, you could just try to negotiate with them and this and that. But you know, America is the whole thing of that they do wicked shit. You know, they gonna make a deal where they get more to cut than the other nations. So whatever case. But the point is, a wise king will try to negotiate before he goes to war. That's just how it is.
He finished that Hebrews 6 and 10. This is Hebrews 6 and 10. It says, "For the Most High is not unrighteous to forget your work and labor of love, which you have shown towards His name, and that you have ministered
towards His name." Again, going back, we read it earlier about they calling on a name. Well, shit, how you gonna do the work and labor of love to the Lord. Yeah.
What name
Like,
are you doing this for?
Who are you doing this for?
Exactly.
The unknown God. Like Pastor Babar was going to. It'd be better for that for these different camps instead of calling Jesus. Just say the unknown God. You know, if you don't know his name, why you calling him Jesus?
Exactly.
You know?
Because you saying Jesus, that means you know his name. That means you saying that's his name. You know?
That vibration back on.
Yeah.